I'm here just to present a case study to you how a private company is doing in China to attack poverty. And first of all, I want to talk about the company that I'm working for. It's founded in 1988, and its businesses span commercial properties, entertainment, as you can see, all kinds of areas. So we are the biggest shopping mall owner in China. Actually, in the world, we have about 250 shopping malls in China. And we are the biggest owner of a theater chain, both in China and the US. Some of you might know that we own AMC. And we are in the sports business and theme parks. We build and manage theme parks. And the poverty alleviation project we are having is in Danzhai County. I just want to tell you a little bit about this place. And the goal is to lift the whole county out of poverty. So I have to memorize all the numbers. I cannot see. So the place, the Danzhai is in Guizhou province. It's in the southwestern China, one of the poorest provinces in China. And this county has a population of 170,000 people. And the good thing about it is that it's 80% of the population is male minority. I will tell you why it's good later on. And the bad thing is that 20% of the population is under poverty line, which is about 3,000 Chinese yuan. So it's about $500. So the good thing is that because it's male minority, so it has very rich culture and tourism resources. It's a very beautiful place. And people are very good at some of their handcrafts, like they make very good silverware. It has 8 intangible heritages, including, I might be wrong, bird cage making, and the embroidered, and wax painting. So ancient paper making skills, they're all very well preserved in the place. I have to show. And it's also very rich in terms of agriculture. Sorry. So as I said, the goal is to lift the whole country from poverty. The easiest way, of course, is just give them money. So if you give 10,000 yuan to each person, it will take about 1.7 billion Chinese yuan, which is actually pretty similar to the money that we donate there, but it's not going to solve the problem. So we went there in 2014, about 4 years ago. So we discussed with the county government several ideas. First, we want pig breeding, tea plantation, rice growing, but we gave up all these ideas because economic-wise, it's just the scale is too small. You are not going to really lift the whole country by just breeding pigs. And Wanda is not really good at pig breeding. So we thought about our own advantage and the advantage that the country has. So tourism is the area that we focus on because we have experience in building resort and managing resort. So this program actually has three legs. One is the total donation is about 1.6 billion. So one leg is for the long term because we believe that in order to eliminate, of course, people just say we cannot eliminate poverty, but in order to help people from lifting them from poverty, you have to teach them how to work and give them some certain skills. So in China, we have a saying that instead of giving people fish, you should teach them how to fish. So this is the way we teach them how to fish. So build up this school, a vocational school, costs about 300 million. And the second part, the flagship part, is this tourism town. And the second part is just for the midterm. So for people who are too old to go to school, they need a job. So we have this town so people can go work. And you might ask, what about these people who are too old and too weak to work? So that is where the short-term leg comes in. So it's the Alleviation fund, so they can just give money immediately to those people who are in immediate need. I want to also point out we have a second phase planned, which will be about 400 million Chinese yuan donation that will be used to upgrade the agriculture and the tourism industry there. So the school, it's opened in September 2017, and we have about 400 students in this first semester. They study so far we only have 3 disciplines. One is tourism management, one is nursing, one is accounting. One good thing about this school is that Wanda promised to hire 50% of the graduates. We need tourism management, of course, and we need accounting. The nurses, we're probably going to send them to California. So, sanctuary state, right? So we have, and the second part is the village. It's opened in last year, July. It's a typical resort. I will show you a bit more photos later. We already have, it's managed by Wanda for 3 years. So the management company is about 100 people now. So Wanda hired executives and all these people to manage the town. But we are planning to hand over the management to the county in 3 years once they get their team ready. I want to point out that all the revenue of this resort go to the county. So far, we have about more than 300 stores. So we are very proud that in the first 8 months, we had 4 million visitors. And the third part is the Poverty Alleviation Fund. It's 500 million yuan, so each year we give away 50 million. So the first 2 installments were already out, each about 40,000 people. So everybody got about 1,000, 2,000 yuan, if you do the math. So part of the reasons I'm here, I want to be a salesman, because I want to really advertise this resort. I want everybody to be there, because if you go there, spend money there, it goes to the county to support the poor people. So how do we advertise this town? We created this program called Rotating Mayor. So it's open to everybody in China and abroad. You can be there for as long as a week or as short as 2 or 3 days. And you will be there just to promote the town. We had already 33 mayors so far. We had musicians, filmmakers, artists, athletes, all kinds of people. I want to point out later about the 2 case studies. One is Dr. Robert Kapp. He's a very good friend of Clay. Rob actually introduced, he went there to be the rotating mayor, and he came back, and I think he talked about this case to Clay, and thanks to both of you, I'll be standing here to introduce this case to you. And also ASEC, it's an international students organization. Some of the other rotating mayors we have is a TV host, and there's a guy, Edmond, from the UK, who is extremely handsome, probably the best looking guy I've ever seen. So he went there, and after the term was over, BBC called in. They want to interview him. So he made Danzhai famous in the UK. And we have another guy, Liu Dianxing. He's an entrepreneur. He's in tea business. And he came up with this suggestion because Danzhai is also famous for its tea plantation. So he's going to set up some tea farms there to sell tea. So Robert, I think he went there. The main thing he did is that he had a lecture at the vocational school, which is probably to some of you doesn't make difference, but to the poor kids there, it probably can make a lifelong, life difference. So he gave a lecture there, and he's become the instant celebrity. I can say that he's now the most famous foreigner in Danzhai, until, of course, Clay or Bill. You go there, probably can surpass him. And we have this voluntary school, students volunteers. So we invited 15 international students to Danzhai, and they had to have a contest. The winner would become the mayor, and the contest itself was broadcast online and also videotaped. And they made a song, which I will show in the next slides. It's an MV. It was shot in Danzhai. I can show you some of the best scenes there.
3 years ago, it used to be a wasteland. Now it's alive with meow culture.
Terracotta warriors or the Great Wall. They're all pretty, but you haven't seen it all.
Come to the southwest, welcome to Danzhai. Take a rest, its beauty is one of a kind.
In the streets of Danzhai, I met a local cat. The cat was saying something, but I don't understand.
Danzhai is the phoenix and our dresses are so bright. Danzhai is the phoenix and we'll dancing all night. Danzhai is the phoenix and our dresses are so bright. Danzhai is the phoenix and we'll dancing all night.
Thank you. So it's shot in Danzhai. Everything is real. Nothing is fake. And of course, I have no idea what they're singing. So, oops. Sorry. How do I turn to? Okay. So I want to just quickly talk about the impact it has now. So right now, there's about 1,200 people working in a village. It's really making some big change to some of the families because some of the people, they had to go out to migrate to some other cities to work before, and they had to leave their kids behind. Now, these people can stay at home, work in the town, and they can stay with the family. So we are not only solving poverty problem, also solving family problems. And we have more than 20,000 indirect employment, and it has reached 27 surrounding villages. So some of the statistics, it's probably too. One thing I will mention is that about 11,000 people below poverty line in the first 2 years. So far, 37% of the poverty-stricken population has been benefited from this program so far. And the tourism revenue is really remarkable. For just 6 months, starting from July last year, it created about 2.7 billion Chinese yuan revenue for the town. It's almost 5 times as big as a year ago. The data is all from the county. It's not from Wanda, by the way. Oops, sorry, what's the next one? So we have a Facebook account, Danzhai.Wanda. And for the rotating mayor, we have a website, and we have, of course, the Chinese WeChat account. So what you can do to help Danzhai, first thing, it's just book a flight ticket and go to Danzhai tomorrow. And we would really welcome ideas how to make this place a better known place, especially in the US and in other countries. And we want some more rotating mayor. Okay, almost done, thank you. So if you're interested, send me email. My email is there. And you can add Danzhai Facebook account, of course. So that's it. I think I still have 5 more minutes. I want to donate to the next speaker as in spirit of poverty alleviation. Thank you so much.